Hello, and welcomes back everyone. Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic. Playing as Isaac Clarke here, our Republic trooper on the world of Coruscant. Where we last left off, we were over in territory control by the Black Sun Syndicate, and we disabled a nerve agent. We made it inert that they were selling to Commander Tavis and of course the defectors of Havoc Squad. Upon returning to the Senate Tower, we had an informal inquiry into the defection on Ord Mantell, where General Garza advised us not to give the Senate too much information, too much ammunition they could use against the Special Forces Division. And upon reporting to General Garza, she's given us new information that the mentor, or former mentor, of Commander Tavis, a Jack Cardin, is working with a group known as the Justicar Brigade here on Coruscant. And if he's not working with Commander Tavis, he might have information on what the defectors might be up to. So, I think we're all kind of caught up. We do need to get ourselves over to territory control by the Justicar Brigade, but there is a few things we can do before that. Let's reorganize my inventory here. I'm trying to think of what other quests we need to pick up. We need to go speak to the Gree representatives once again. Is there a quest here in the Senate Plaza? I don't think there is. We had a viewer reminding me to maybe wear my combat helmet when we're actually heading into areas with combat. I'm slightly disappointed about the personal audio, the voice modulation. I like the sound of it, but it is muffling the voice slightly. It's made it a bit quieter, so we may need to play with a few different helmets, but I will remember to maybe wear the combat helmets a bit more often. Thank you for the reminder.
Anything I can do for you?
Operator units always inherit fouled labors. I administrate as well as Patake, but I am marooned to waste processing. What have I done to incur white acute?
Can't always pull the easy ops. Sometimes you have to get your hands dirty.
Please restrict unneeded slang terms. Comprehending your sonics is white perpendicular enough as it is. Patake commanded me. Optimize Coruscant's waste processing system. Preserve your organs from filth, disease, poisons. But Ugnaught porcine bipeds plunder Gree ingenuity from waste processors. With Gree optimization solution stolen, filth, disease, poisons spread uncontrolled, plagues imminent.
Guns aren't much good for stopping plagues.
Weapons enhance Black Bisector's success. Plague state is averted when you repossess the Gree optimization solution. The Ugnaught porcine bipeds plundered Gree optimization solution unaware of internal transmitters. I detect the plundered device's coordinates. Patake authorizes compensation of Republic credits to the Black Bisector who repossesses the optimization solution.
I'll see what I can do.
That is the expected response, Black Bisector. Why exhaust respiratory functions on it?
A very grumpy protocol droid.
I am Hibarak, operator unit. If you seek Orange Vertex, schedule with Patake, administrator unit.
Now, I don't believe there's another mission available here within the tower. I'm trying to think if there's any quests outside within the Senate Plaza. I guess we'll find out on our way to the taxi service droids. One thing I forgot about, but a lot of names here in Star Wars The Old Republic are being recycled. If people haven't been playing the game for more than, is it 30 or 60 days, and are not a subscriber, their name may be reset so that people can make use of that name going forward. Because people may be reserving or have kept names which were popular at the time, but are no longer playing the game. I can understand that. A lot of the time I always tend to have to use symboled letters to get names that I would like. But I've been doing that for years. Okay, switching to our combat gear once again. So I'll stick a helmet on as a reminder. Now I'll stick our assault cannon on as well.
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
Let's have a quick see if Truffaut was on. Obviously, if anyone else is playing Star Wars The Old Republic as well, you're more than welcome to join me. In fact, I think a fellow player, a subscriber as well, at least I think you're a subscriber, well, a subscriber to the channel, maybe not to the game, is also doing a play-along. So if you are around, obviously feel free to say hello if you're around the same area. I don't always have chat up, but I normally will get the audio notification that a message is being sent. Now, the last thing we'll do before we head on our way is see if there is a matrix shard here on Coruscant. Give me just a moment. Datacrons on Coruscant. There we are. There is one in the region known as the Works. There is one in the ruins of the Jedi Temple. They're the other two we haven't seen as of yet. But is there a matrix shard? So that was the one in Black Sun territory. Oh yeah, there's one in Justicar Territory. Really? Oh, of course there is, yes. Yes, okay, I know where that one is now. I'll show that off in the near future, since we are here. There's the one in the ruins of the Jedi Temple. Sorry, there's a okay, the Matrix Shard is in the Works. Okay, so there are 5 Datacrons, 4 which we can't collect again, and the Matrix Shard, which we are going to collect, is located in the Works. Perfect. Okay, good to know. Now, do we have a codex entry? No. I just thought I'd see if we had one on Jack Cardin.
So a bunch of ex-soldiers take over the streets and call themselves Justicars. Sounds like nut jobs to me.
Yeah. Let's find out more about the Justicar Brigade, shall we? Formerly known as the Justicars Brigade, this militia was formed in the years after the sacking of Coruscant, when a crime syndicate began seizing control of Coruscant's lower regions. The Republic Senate lacked the resources to challenge the syndicate, later to be known as the Black Sun, and withdrew its security forces. Outraged at Black Sun's treatment of its local citizens, a group of ex-military individuals formed the Justicars, intending to retake their neighborhoods. However, eliminating Black Sun and regaining control proved more difficult than the Justicars had expected. They took extreme measures to restore order, beginning with a simple curfew and culminating in the imposition of martial law. The Justicars have now instituted checkpoints and armed guards throughout their territory, acting with lethal force against anyone lacking proper clearance. The hell? I got pulled into combat there. The Justicar's unshakable belief that this is necessary to keep people safe only makes the Justicars more dangerous. Coruscant's government has declared the Justicars a threat to be dismantled, and the Justicars have cut off all communications with outsiders. Oh, I see. Some of the Justicars had those challenged, line attacks that we saw while on board the SLEs, and I got caught in one, which is what started combat. So the Justicars are mostly made up of ex-military, ex-security personnel, and they believe that their actions are justified to maintain order. Unfortunately, they are on a bit of a power trip and are not even letting Republic security kind of come back into the region that they now control. And this is the entire region of Justicar Territory, of course. There is an exploration mission next to us just now, speaking of. Deep within Justicar Territory is where we believe we'll find this former mentor of Commander Tavis, and the Ugnaughts who took the GREE device to help waste pollution management have taken an elevator down to a maintenance level here. Very well.
You there. The soldier. Could you spare a minute? No, don't look at me. Just look casual. Act like you're not talking to anyone. My name's Jafke. I'm with Republic Security. Is the street clear? Any Justicar patrols?
I don't see any Justicars in the street.
Alright, good. It should be safe for us to talk. For now. I already tangled with the Justicars. Trust me, you don't want to underestimate these guys.
Thanks for the heads up.
Gladly. I wouldn't want anyone else making the same mistake I did. Republic Security was actually excited about the Justicars at first. Bunch of ex-military guys forming a militia to take back the streets.
The Justicars weren't the allies you'd hoped for.
Republic Security hoped the Justicars would work alongside our officers, bring order to Coruscant's lower levels. But they pushed out Republic forces just like they did the criminals. They keep the peace down here, but they definitely aren't on the Republic side.
You were sent to find out more about the Justicars, right?
Not exactly. We've tried to run surveillance on their activities, but their signal jammers block every attempt. I thought disrupting the jammers would be easy, but the Justicar patrols are everywhere.
Objectives don't complete themselves, Agent.
You definitely look like you could handle the job. Better than I could, anyway. I built the devices to disrupt the Justicar's jammers. They just need to be installed. Can you do that for me?
I'll take the devices and place them for you.
Thank you so much. Here, take the devices. They need to be planted at several points around the district. That's the tricky part. Justicar patrols are everywhere. Once you've planted the devices, make your way back. Good luck, and thanks.
So, devices to disable the Justicar jamming system.
Come back once you've planted the devices. I'll activate them from here.
Very well. They need to be planted just at the initial area of Justicar Territory. Seems straightforward enough. I believe there's a few people just here at the terrace apartment who would also like our attention.
Excuse me, you don't look like a Justicar. I hope. The Justicars say they're protecting us from the Black Sun, that they're better than the gangs, but they're not. I hate them. You're really not one, right? I don't want to get in trouble, like Brayden did.
I'm not from Coruscant. I'm not in any of the gangs.
Please, can you help me rescue Brayden? He's my brother. He's only 15, but they think he's older. They say they indentured him because he broke one of their stupid curfew laws. So they lock him up all day and make him shoot the Black Sun all night. He's going to die!
Who exactly has your brother?
They're, I don't know, cops or soldiers or something. But they act like just another gang. Please help me. To get to Brayden, you'll need some special belt they all wear. It's the only way to get past the security field where Brayden is. Please, please bring him back to me.
Okay. I mean, she's a pretty smart girl to know that we're gonna need some kind of security belt to bypass a ray shield. We'll look into the situation with her brother if it becomes relevant as we go deeper into Justicar Territory. We'll speak to Mr. Gonfor in a moment. Let's install this first anti-jamming device. Nice and easy. And here we have the spy, either current or former member of the SIS, looking into those missing schematics of the tunnel system.
What do you want? I'm just an old woman minding her own business. Haven't done nothing to no one.
I take it you're the Republic spy?
Oh, so you're my backup. About time. I'm risking my neck loitering here. Republic security needs to get its act together. Downright insulting this has taken so long.
The lieutenant said you never contacted him.
He's never heard of radio silence? Idiot. Look, I tracked the data thieves down here, and I'm positive the Justicars took the schematics to their base. Probably to their main computer. You do realize, though, that once you take the schematics back, they'll just gather dust in some security storeroom.
Maybe you're right.
Hear me out on this. My daughter runs a relief group called Undercity Assistance. They bring food and supplies to the poor in the lower levels. These schematics would help them avoid the gangs down here.
The schematics belong to Republic security.
And they'll get them. After a little bit of sharing. Just bring the holodisk back to me after you get it, and I'll make a copy for my daughter.
I want nothing to do with this.
If you want them to go to waste, then fine. Go ahead and give them to Lieutenant whatever his name is. You have all the information I can give. Go pay a visit to the Justicars, and if you want that data put to good use, I'll be here. What are you wasting time for? Get to the Justicars base and get that holodisk.
Okay, so yeah, the schematics are probably at the Justicar headquarters on their main computer. The light side option for that quest, of course, would be to allow Avilaten to make a copy for her daughter so that they can render aid via the secret tunnels. But it...
Up and at 'em.
I always kind of argue that I think it's a good idea to render aid to people, and yet, in a couple of generations, how many more copies of those plans could be made from the copy? And if a underworld element gets a hold of them, then it's just another way for them to bypass security.
Hello, Lieutenant. No one enforces justice like the Republic's finest, am I right? Of course I am. Name's Loran Gonthor, President of Gonthor Industries. finest custom metalwork on Coruscant. At least we used to be before the sacking. Once the attack began, I went off the grid. Lost my connection to the upper levels. Took elbow grease to stay afloat. Did well until those Justicars arrived. They took over my shop, kicked me out on the street.
Justicars gave the Republic a bad name.
Maybe you can show them how a real patriot fights. The Senate and such won't help. They don't want to face the Justicars. Also, they say they got no record that it's my shop. Of course, those records are long gone. Blown away during the sacking of Coruscant. Only proof I have now is the deed, and that's inside my old shop. If you get it, I could force the Senate to push the Justicars out.
Your company will be back on its feet in no time.
Glad to hear it. You'll always have a friend in Gonthor Industries. Here's my personal security card. It's got an access code that will get you inside my vault. Once you're in, grab the deed and run.
And we have a heroic mission here in Justicar Territory. We actually have a staged bonus mission as well. Stage 1 is to simply defeat 15 members of the Justicar forces. We are close to the daily reset. Actually, what happened to is the weekly mission still here? It is good. Yeah, the daily reset is almost upon us. "11 minutes? I reckon I can complete the heroic mission within 11 minutes. It's actually just down the road here. We'll install the second anti-jamming device. There are another couple of individuals just behind us who would like to have a word. We have Paus and of course a Reed Gandon. Here we are in Gonthor Industries.
Up and at 'em.
We have a bonus to defeat 20 Justicars within the shop here. Hey, level 36. Yeah, man. Crap. We might have to boost our accuracy slightly. Some of our high impact bolts are missing or being dodged.
Take them down.
Okay, that's 16 out of 20 Justicar forces cleared so far. The deed is on the upper level over there. Oh, there's the bonus mission complete. Let's get the elevator activated. Here, next to a Phalloterax, is the vault containing the deed gone for desires. And this might auto-complete the quest. No! Okay, we need to leave the shop. Nice and easy, just took us 5-6 minutes.
Fantastic. Now, I get a lawyer, embarrass the Senate if I have to, and Gonthor Industries will be back up in no time.
And 2 more pieces of armor, a new relic, again with power, a better implant. Okay. So, map. We need to install the final anti-jamming device. And we are looking for a security belt for Ronaldo's brother and his confinement. Very well. Let's see what else. Who else is trying to get our attention here?
A soldier? Special forces? Oh, beautiful, baby, beautiful. Just what I need. So my name's Pouse, right? And I'm a journalist. The only journalist down here who isn't afraid to dig up the truth. I'm onto something major with these Justicars. I'm gonna blow the lid on all their tyranny and oppression and show all of Coruscant what they really are.
Sounds like something I could get behind.
I'm glad you think so too, my friend. I'm working on a major scoop. A clear-cut case of wrongful arrest, illegal imprisonment, and unjust execution. Proof I need is just out of reach, though. I need a fearless hero to get that evidence. I need you.
Just tell me what needs to be done, boss.
I knew you were the one. You're a fighter, baby, fighting the good fight. Raquel Lysanis, son of a wealthy family, arrested and executed without trial or explanation. He's the key to everything. The catalyst to the dirty little secret. Nobody's talking about Raquel's death. Not the Justicars, not his family, nobody. So I need the facts, straight from the source, the Justicar Tower. And that's where you come in.
What's in the Justicar's tower that will prove your suspicions?
Interrogation droids. They're the key. Justicars use them all the time, and they record everything they see. Find the droid that recorded Raquel, smash it, and yank the memory core. You can check the core on the Justicar computers to make sure you've got the right one.
That sounds easy enough.
All right then, as soon as you've got the recording I need, bring it back here and we'll show Coruscant the truth about these Justicars. Good luck, buddy. Good luck.
Okay. So the Justicars are detaining people and interrogating them. This Raquel Lysandus has not turned up since his detention. Guess we can look into that.
Better watch your weapons, Lieutenant. Everyone's desperate for them in Justicar Territory. Agent Reed Gandon, Strategic Information Service. Notice anything odd down here? Like how quickly the Justicars took control? Weapons and armor don't just materialize out of thin air. The Justicars have a supplier, and it isn't the Republic. You follow?
Where else can the Justicars get what they need?
If not legally from the Republic, there's a few options. The Exchange, Separatists, even the Empire. Whoever's got the weapons runs the show. The SIS needs to know where those supplies are coming from. The Justicars control their own shipping dock, and I'm sure they keep records. I just need someone who can handle an ambush to get them.
Sounds like you could use a soldier.
Get those records to me as soon as you find them. You don't want to get waylaid by the Justicars.
Very well.
Once I have proof the Justicars are breaking the law, we can take action.
So, the SIS believe the Justicars may be being supplied by the Empire, or similar to the defectors of Havoc Squad, some underworld element perhaps. We do finally have an entry on the Republic SIS, or the Strategic Information Service. That is the Republic's premier intelligence and espionage agency. Chartered and overseen by the Galactic Senate, the SIS is responsible for information gathering and covert operations both inside and outside of Republic space, as well as for assisting the military, local law enforcement, and the Jedi Order. The SIS is the latest in a long line of Republic espionage agencies founded and disbanded over the centuries. Originally a monitoring and decryption arm of the Senate Library, the SIS rapidly expanded during the war against the Empire. It remains smaller, more focused, and more comparatively underfunded in its comparison to Imperial intelligence, but has proven its effectiveness many times over. Although by no means a secret organization, the SIS keeps a relatively low profile. SIS operations are rarely revealed, and its administrators almost never appear alongside senators or other officials. This is a public relations gambit. The SIS believes that the Republic citizenry would be uncomfortable with the nature of its work, and so it avoids attracting attention and unwanted questions. Yeah, sometimes because they're working within Republic borders, seeking out people who are committing treason and other such activities. People might look at them a bit sideways, unfortunately. Oh, we have a look into our login rewards. I do want the fleet commendations in a couple of days. They're definitely going to be useful. Not a problem. Okay, let us continue on our way deeper into Justicar Territory. So we do have the shipping docks here. We might as well go into the shipping docks.
All of these docks and loading equipment. What have the Justicars been up to?
Yeah. So Justicars are receiving shipments. Supplies from somewhere. Of course, that SIS agent thinks we can download the manifest data packets from the docks themselves. That might give us an idea as to who they are being supplied by. We'll work backwards. We'll start at this loading dock here. We have a Justicar commander. And we'll download the manifest data from this terminal. And we might as well help ourselves to a security chest. Another bonus mission while here on the shipping docks to deal with 30 more of the Justicars. Final workstation is over this way. Okay. So we have all the data we need for Agent Gandon. Yeah, data from weapon deliveries. Here to the Justicars.
Open at him.
Bonus mission complete. Now, is this area clear? Yes, for the most part. We can hear a datachron directly above us. We can't quite see the ambient glow, but I believe it's just up here. Of course, this is a datachron we can't pick up once again, but this is how you start it. Yeah, there it is over there. Now this jumping puzzle can be a little bit awkward. Probably easier to jump, yeah, onto these little elbow little connectors here against the wall. Gives you a bit more surface area to use. Crap. Yeah, that's a little bit more awkward. But basically you jump onto there and get onto that platform. Oh, no security chest over there.
Up and at 'em.
That's the stage 1 bonus mission complete as well. The stage 2 bonus mission, while looking for the secret passageway schematics, is to defeat 45 more of the Justicars here within their territory. We'll work our way back towards the apartment now. Let that officer know that the anti-jamming devices have been installed.
You're back! Thank goodness. Did you get all the devices in place?
The devices are all in place.
What a relief. I really can't thank you enough for your help. Alright, let's see if these things work. They're booting up now. Synchronizing, and... It's working! The frequencies are all clearing, one by one. This is fantastic.
Looks like it's mission accomplished.
I never could have done this without you. Never. Amazing. Here. I could never reward you enough for what you've done. I'll notify headquarters that the jammers are down. Thanks again for your help. This mission would have been a complete failure without you.
Not a problem, Agent. And level 37. Hand over the data we picked up from the docking workstations.
Shipping records from the Justicar docks. This should be everything you need.
Couldn't have done it better myself. These records prove that Justicars are getting supplies from off-world. I'll transmit these to headquarters, let them chew on it a while. You've got my thanks.
Off-world doesn't entirely prove that it's Empire who are supplying the resources. It could be one of the underworld elements.
I wouldn't linger down here. There's no telling what the Justicars might do next.
I feel a bit sorry for the Justicars in a sense. At least some of them will have been rather decent people, seeing their homes, their families being exploited by the criminal underworld gangs, the Black Sun and such, and probably join the Justicar Brigade to try and restore order. But the reputation as a whole has taken a hit, thanks to their anti-Republic kind of views now. We are now on our way deeper into Justicar Territory. The first thing we can do is go search for the missing Gree device. The Ugnaughts are fairly close by. The elevator down to their maintenance level is just through here. Let's see why the Ugnaughts decided to steal the Gree device. A fair few Ugnaughts down here.
I think you know what I'm here for. People on this level in some kind of danger? This is Coruscant. Why wouldn't the Senate help with repairs? Regardless of your reasons, you stole Republic property. I'll tell the Gree representatives about your situation.
I see. So, they're not thieves, the Ugnaughts. They claim to be engineers trying to maintain some of the critical systems down here in this territory. The air filtration units are failing, and that a smog is creeping in and is going to be very hard on the non-humans. They're happily handing over the Gree device to repair the waste processing system, but they want us to ask the Gree to see if they can suggest a solution to fix the air filters as well. So we do need to go back to Avilaten's shop, which is where we can reinstall this Gree device. But since we're already deep within Justicar Territory, let's just keep going for the moment. We're gonna have to fight through more of the Justicar forces.
Looks like a full-scale military base. Not some hideout for vigilantes.
Yeah, let's keep working on the bonus mission. Also, I believe, I think the heavy gunners, the strong enemies here, do have the security belt we are looking for in regards to finding Ronaldo's brother. Gotta remember, I can disable stealth, I can knock someone unconscious as well. For 60 seconds. That could actually be useful in heroic missions as well. Seems that it might actually be able to be used on droids. Most classes have an ability like this. The Scoundrel and the Jedi Shadow have an ability which actually would knock someone out, but also prevent they not actually activate combat. The concussive round will knock someone unconscious, but it will engage combat with anyone else around. For example, it also has a bit of a charge up. So yeah, we are in combat here. What I'm thinking is, if we end up in PvP, especially against another player, the thing is, let's just get this out of the way very quickly. We are probably going to get ambushed at some point. If a fellow player has their companion set to healing, it makes them almost impossible to kill. A healing companion one-on-one is extremely powerful, especially if that player is extremely well geared as well, making them even more deadly. One way to eliminate the advantage of a healing companion is to have one of these abilities. So the idea would be to concussive round the companion, and then hopefully try and avoid hitting them with any AoE abilities to break the sleepiness, the knocked out phase, which will be difficult because a lot of our skills have some AoE trigger, but that's just kind of something we'll have to accept as an assault specialist. Did we pick up the security belt? I think we did. Crafting materials, companion gift. Mission item. Yes. Coded the signal wearer to a security field being generated at the detention level. Yeah, it's good that we have this concussive round. I don't like that it has a 2-second warm-up, like an activation. It means it could be interrupted by another player, which would be really annoying.
Taking the shot.
What we'll have to do is try and bait out the interrupt ability so that we can then use our concussive round without the fear of it being interrupted. Okay, just kind of cutting through the various Justicars here. And deeper into Justicar Territory once again. wait for Jorgen to catch up with us.
Report your ailments. You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
Oh, wait, it's Tuesday, isn't it? Right, so yeah, we have a new event that's just started. And we have the Pirate Incursion event happening next week. Okay.
This would actually be a nice part of the city if the Justicars weren't around.
Okay, so we have the detention center, which is where we'll find out what happened to Raquel Sanders. We have a security office, which is also another detention center, where we'll find Ronaldo's brother, Braden. And of course we have their computer lab, which is where we'll find the schematics. Guess we'll head to the detention center first. Look into what happened to this wealthy son of Coruscant, and why no one's talking about what happened to him.
You're done.
Great, we have another bonus mission here just to deal with 8 of the prison defenders.
Justicars have their own prison. Insane. The laws of the Republic don't mean a thing to these people.
And we destroyed one of the interrogation droids and actually did find the memory core we were looking for. So we yank the memory core, we can use Justicar's own security terminal and make sure it has the memory we are looking for. So yeah, this memory core has the Lysanis adjudication holo recordings. Session 1.
Recording Raquel Lysanis, Adjudication Session 1. Captain Dragon presiding. Master Lysanis, you're accused of criminal activity under Supreme Law 8814, aiding and abetting an enemy of the Protectorate. How do you plead?
How do you think I plead? Not guilty. I don't even know what you're talking about. This is a violation of my rights. Look, my father gives you people a lot of credits. He's not going to be very happy about this.
That is entirely irrelevant. Your plea is now on record. This session is concluded.
You have no intention of even giving me a fair trial, do you? This is oppression, and I promise you, my father...
Recording Raquel Lysanis, Adjudication Session 2. Captain Dragon presiding. Master Lysanis, as you know, your alleged girlfriend, Mistress Daria Felton, failed to corroborate your alibi. Mistress Felton's testimony reports of 6 eyewitnesses, and the blasters found in your residence are sufficient proof of your membership in the Black Sun Crime Syndicate. Do you have any closing statements?
You know what? I do. You idiots got me this time. But you should know, I've been running operations under your nose for years. I've been working for the Black Sun since I was a kid. You people are pathetic.
Very well, your closing statements have been recorded. This session is concluded.
You're going to lose this war in the end. The Black Sun will rise.
Oh. So yeah, Raquel Lysanis was a member of the Black Sun, and proud of it as well, it seems. Though the Justicars have used excessive force in this instance, they actually were dealing with a criminal. We could, of course, have adjusted the memory to make it look like Raquel was innocent and that they punished someone unfairly. So let's head over to the SWTOR detention center. And look into the situation with Ronaldo's brother. On the way, we can also clear up more of these Justicars.
Here.
Getting fairly close to level 39, where we're going to have our next jump on the discipline tree as well. Okay, now we pass through the force field.
Here.
Okay. We had most of the security office out. Excellent. Just keep our eyes open, see if there's anything of interest. Nothing, but there is an individual wearing armor detained behind a force field here.
Your sister sent me. You're free.
Rennie? Oh, but she's a little girl. How could she... Why? Oh, now they're gonna kill me. Quick, can you put that back? Get it working again or something?
You want to run that by me again?
I can't escape. As long as the Justicars have me in their records as a curfew breaker, they'll just hunt me down again. And if they get me for going AWOL, they'll use torture. Unless... Look, if you really want to help, go into their computers and delete my file. I'll hide somewhere. When things die down, I'll find Rennie again. Did you destroy that file? The Justicars could be coming to check on us any minute now.
Okay, so Brayden is afraid that the Justicars will just simply find him again within their territory. So we need to delete his browser history. There you go. And he said he's going to go into hiding for a period of time before returning to his sister. We can let her know that's what he's decided to do. There's the Stage 2 bonus mission complete. Stage 3 is to get inside the Justicar computer lab, which is where we're going for the schematics anyway. Yeah, there is a secure console somewhere within the lab that may have information vital to the Republic's struggle against the Justicars. So, let's explore the computer lab a bit more. And deep in the back of the lab here, yeah, we have this terminal right here, which is where we'll find the information that might help the Republic security forces against the Justicars later. Unfortunately, we got someone's attention. It's Jessa Bowden, of course, on her person has... Oh! Somehow the Justicars had some Republic access codes, which is how the Justicars were able to gain access to some secure facilities. There's normally a very annoying Justicar right here who can freeze us with I think a cryo grenade. But we do have the tunnel schematics now. And of course we can go back to Avilaten to make a copy. Or we can just go straight back to Lieutenant Dawn. I mean, there's just a lot of people we can go back to now. Indeed. The very last thing we need to do here, so deep within Justicar Territory, is find this Jack Cardin, the former mentor of Commander Tavis, and bring him in for questioning. Yeah, he needs to be apprehended.
Going down.
Overseer actually put Jorgen to sleep. Better him than us, I suppose. Jorgen? You're stuck in the entryway again, aren't you? God damn it, Jorgen. Get over here.
Your lead.
Thank you. Sometimes if your companions get stuck, if you go far enough away, they'll automatically teleport to your location. We do have, apart from their skills, which will change depending on the role they have, you have an attack and a kind of like a passive, kind of follow command. I have changed these on my hotkeys, because especially if we have Jorgen as a tank, sometimes we want him to be initiating combat rather than ourselves, so that if there's a group of enemies and we attack one of them, the group will target the aggressor or the initial aggressor. So rather than me just hitting this overseer and having these two riflemen attack me, I'll order Jorgen to engage. Oh, that was a bad example. Oh, it's a bad example because Jorgen was put to sleep. See, why are the riflemen attacking me now? Because the overseer puts a companion to sleep. That's right. My bad. Bad example. Okay, we're in the final chamber.
You listen to me, Cardin. Helping you has already put my operation at risk. You will do exactly as I say, when I say, or
you'll what, Captain? I'm not one of your lock-stepping drones. This part of the op is mine. End of discussion.
How dare you?
Intruders! Put those blasters on the floor, soldiers. Nice and slow.
Imperial soldiers. So you are a traitor. Just like Tavis and the others.
You're gonna pay for what you've done, Cardin. You, Tavis, everyone.
Not gonna happen, soldier. Now drop that weapon before... A Havoc badge? Is this a joke? No. You must be the new recruit Tavis told me about. So you survived after all. Can't say I'm surprised, honestly. Havoc always did recruit the best.
I'm not interested in compliments from a traitor.
It's not treason when the Republic betrays you first. It's self-preservation. I'm impressed. I didn't think the old lady would send someone after me so quickly. After all these years, Garza still hasn't lost her edge.
What are you waiting for, Cardin? Kill the whelp! Or do you lack the true resolve to fight for the Empire?
My loyalty is to Tavis, not to your Empire and not to anyone else. You want the trooper dead, you take care of it. I don't kill good soldiers. I'm heading down to the works to make sure everything is prepped.
You aren't going anywhere.
Do yourself a favor and die now, soldier, before you get in any deeper over your head.
Open fire, men!
Christ. That's the wrong button. Okay. So Jack Cardin was here. Unfortunately, he got by us while we were interrupted by the Imperials. We know he was working alongside the Justicar Brigade, which means the Justicar Brigade might indeed be getting aid from the Imperials. According to Cardin, of course, his loyalty was to Tavis and the others, not to the Empire. Probably trying to get them supplies, since we've cut off some of their other sources of logistics.
Come in, Lieutenant. Is it my imagination, Or were those Imperial soldiers you just fought?
No mistake, sir. These were Imperial commandos.
Imperial soldiers in uniform operating on the lower levels of Coruscant, and Republic security knows nothing about it?
That's another problem.
Incredible. We need to learn more about this link between the Justicars and the Empire. If they're hosting our enemies, they might have some useful information for us.
Shouldn't I be chasing Cardin, sir?
We need to know where exactly Cardin has gone before you can pursue him. All the more reason to search the Justicar base for information. Surveillance shows that the Justicars have their primary computer terminal in that base. Find the necessary access card and activate that computer terminal. My technicians can then slice in and uncover everything the Justicars and Imperials have been up to.
I'll take care of this immediately.
Good. Garza out.
That's a problem. We don't actually know where Cardin has went. Yeah, also, Imperials in uniform on Coruscant. Wouldn't that be a breach of the treaty? Oh, we're heading back to the computer lab, I see. Actually forgot that we actually had to go back to the computer lab. It's been so long since we played as a trooper. Actually rather enjoying the storyline so far. Taris will be the test, of course. Taris is always the test. So we need an access card. I'm guessing we'll be able to retrieve from the computer lab. And then we need to access another of the Justicar terminals. Let's see what the Justicars and the Empire have been doing together. So who will have... Okay, these investigators may have what we need. Okay. Thank you for the access card. Okay. Let's just find a moment where we can park ourselves.
Good work, Lieutenant. My technicians are accessing the Justicar files now. Patrol schedules, supply manifests, prisoner records. Ah, Cardin, you. I think we've found what we're looking for, Lieutenant. You have a new target.
Just tell me who and where.
Cardin had the Justicars work with the Imperials to hijack and rebuild an abandoned Republic communications relay down in an industrial area called the Works. Apparently Tavis and his followers are using this relay to route all of their interplanetary communications. If we destroy it, the traitors will be completely cut off from one another.
Taking the traitors down will be a lot easier if they're isolated.
I'm sending Sergeant Matham to bring you the explosives. You'll need to destroy the relay. He'll rendezvous with you shortly.
I'll meet up with Sergeant Matham ASAP.
One last thing. Cardin didn't seem to mesh with the Imperials. I don't think he's as convinced of their supremacy as his protégés are. You're sure to find him guarding that con relay. Kill him if you have to, Lieutenant, but try to persuade him to surrender peacefully first.
What can I do to convince Cardin to come in?
Cardin's only concern is the safety of the former Havoc members. He may not be loyal to us, but he isn't loyal to the Empire either. Convince him that it's in the best interest of Tavis and the others for him to surrender. That's the best way to sway him.
Sounds like a plan, General.
Cardin could help us convince everyone to surrender peaceably. Make him see that. Otherwise, we're only going to kill them all. Now, hurry and rendezvous with Sergeant Mathen. You'll need those explosives, regardless of what happens with Cardin. Good luck. Garza out.
Roger that, General. Hey, level 38. So, map. Let's see, a lot of quests to turn in. And we have a security checkpoint where we'll find this Sergeant Mathen, who has the explosives we need to break this communications relay that the Imperials and Cardin have repurposed. What we'll do is teleport back to the beginning of Justicar Territory. We'll turn in all the kind of side missions we've picked up. And this will probably be a good place to take a break before we head down to the area known as the Works. As a Republic trooper, for our main storyline, we don't actually have to visit the ruins of the Jedi Temple. I'm trying to recall. The Jedi Consular, Jedi Knight, yes. Smuggler. I don't think the Smuggler needs to go into the Jedi Temple either. Suffice to say, we will end up going that way because there is a heroic mission located there. But yeah, the Works area and the ruins of the Jedi Temple is an area we'll probably be doing together. And that will take us a little while, so we might as well split this part of the series. We'll turn in the side quests, of course, first. Might actually get us over... Might actually get us level 39. Looks like people have been expelled from their housing here because they broke some law of the Justicars. I will have to look into a mount for Isaac Clarke, a mount or two. I haven't decided what vehicle we should be using to get around the various worlds. The rocket boost is nice because it can be used indoors and outdoors, whereas a normal speeder can only be used outdoors. But it can be it doesn't have a like a time limit. It can last longer than 12 seconds.
I've been hearing some serious comm chatter, pal. Sounds like you made a mess in the Justicar Tower. Did you find any recordings of Raquel? Don't keep me in suspense.
Here you go, boss. Straight out of the Justicar Detention Center.
Terrific. Let's see what you found. Oh no! Raquel, you snake! No wonder your parents won't talk about you, you little thug. Great, my whole story shot to pieces. That little jerk was my best lead. Now I've got nothing to go on.
Even if this lead didn't work out, you're still right about the Justicars.
I won't let this keep me down. I'll find the proof. Just gotta stick it out a little longer down here, that's all. Anyways, thanks for all your help. Keep fighting the good fight. I'll see you around.
Good luck, Paus.
Thanks again for all your help, buddy.
I actually forgot that we need to get ourselves back over to Black Sun territory. We aren't going to be handing over the schematics to Fila Dan to make a copy.
You've been gone a while. I'm even working overtime. My commander's calling every 5 minutes, bugging me about those schematics. You get them from the Justicars?
Objective secured.
Finally. Here's what I can pay you, plus a little extra for hazard duty. And can we keep this quiet? Hiring you to get this back makes the rest of us look bad.
Those schematics could be very helpful. Be sure they aren't wasted.
Well, my commander's real excited to see these secret passages, but we'll see if he actually follows through. Either way, you spared my team a massive headache, and probably even a few casualties. Good to see you again. That reminds me, those schematics, whatever happened to them?
You put them in your pocket. Oh dear. Oh, actually, speaking of quests. Ah, bugger. With the weekly reset, yeah, our heroic weekly actually disappeared from our mission log. Ah, that's a shame. We were one heroic away from just getting a bit of free experience. Oh well, so be it.
On your feet.
I mean, at the same time, we don't exactly need the free experience. But I wouldn't have complained about it either.
Brother is free. He says he will find you as soon as it's safe.
Really? The Justicars were saying he'd been killed. But he's alive? Really? Thank you, thank you. You're my second best friend in the whole world.
You are welcome. Hey, level 39. We'll have a look at our discipline page in a moment. Okay, yeah. Let's go reinstall the Gree device.
Internal transmitters reveal you convey the optimization solution to me. I also scan a crude Ugnaught porcine biped proposal of collaboration. Curious.
I think you'll find that datapad worth reading.
The Ugnaught porcine bipeds submit esteem for my efforts and honor my faculties. This is unforeseen pleasantness. With this optimization solution repossessed, Coruscant's waste processors revive. Filth, disease, poison levels recede. Plague outbreaks averted. All resolves to purple parallel. The black bisector comes, pleasing as it is needed. I am NIK, Science Unit. Please talk up if your comprehension white shifts. I will use simple, happy language words to help you understand.
I do appreciate anything you can do.
Indubitably. Coruscant power comes from the works. Darkness comes from the works. Coruscant senators, traitors are blind. The power darkness must stop.
You're talking about blackouts.
Yes? Perhaps we understand. The works is very low on Coruscant. There, Gree-spawning generators breed electrons for machine consumption, but enemy droid machines intersect the power conduits and yellow shift their functionality. Enemy droid machines must stop, and conduits must be fixed.
Why are the enemy droid machines disrupting the power conduits?
All droids in the works were damaged when the Empire attacked. Now they are corrupt. I monitor the power conduits, and know where to implement purple shifting. As Black Bisector, you can take out many droid machines. With information planted inside you, and our tool sphere repair mother in your many fingers, You can perform the fixing function. Is it efficacious?
Sounds efficacious to me.
Excellent. Red tangents envelop us. You will do well, Black Bisector.
Okay. Try to understand his simple, happy language words. So, due to the sacking of Coruscant, let me get this right, the droids down in the works with damaged have now become corrupted, and they are causing or absorbing some of the power that normally would come up to the upper levels from the works. We need to repair some of the power conduits and deal with some of these corrupt droids as well. Very well. There's also, obviously, we need to go get the explosives, and there is an individual here, and there are individuals down in the works themselves who have additional needs that we can try and fulfill. But we'll look into speaking with them at the beginning of the next part. For now, however, let's have a look at level 39. No new passive, but we can select one of 3 passives which might augment our assault plastique. We've actually learned 2 abilities. Ooh, hold the line. Grants 6 seconds of immunity from all movement impairing effects, knockdowns, physics, and also increases movement speed by 30%. That's really good. Where do we put that? It's actually really good in PvP, but it's really good for like just removing likes of slow. I couldn't remember if this is the skill I was thinking of much earlier. I couldn't remember if Vanguard unlocked this ability. It's really handy. We also have First Aid, which can cleanse yourself or a friendly target of up to 2 technical or physical status effects, which is actually also really good as well. I don't know where to put that. Right, okay. So we have a heal, we have a cleansing ability as well. Right, let's have a look at these 3 passive skills. We have Impact Explosives. Our Assault Plastic deals 50% more damage, but no longer deals elemental damage, and our Mag Bolt cannot detonate it early. So it deals more initial damage, but it doesn't deal damage over time. I mean, that damage is good, but we can always augment. There's and I'm sure as we go up the specialist tree here, there's going to be more ways to augment our damage over time abilities. So losing that might be a detriment. We have Slow Burn. Our damage over time is stronger and burns for longer. So straight away, that's much better, isn't it? And then finally we have Heavy Shrapnel. Assault Plastic can hit up to 8 additional enemies for a quarter of the damage it deals to the primary target. That would be nice. It's similar to our Eruptive Flames for our Incendiary Burn. And some of the endgame content where the groups of enemies will be tougher, having Heavy Shrapnel and Eruptive Flames would be really good for clearing groups of enemies. But now, it's not really necessary. We have other abilities for clearing groups, like our Hail of Bolts, of course. Yeah, no, that's fine. So, let's see. 43, 47, and then 51. These are all very close together. And then we have to wait 9 levels until the next jump at level 60. But we are going to get our second unique ability at level 47. Right. Okay. What we'll do is take a break here. thank you all for joining me once again with even more Star Wars The Old Republic. As I say, when we come back, there's a few people here in Justicar Territory we need to speak to, but then we'll be heading down to the works to find out what the Imperials and this Jack Cardin are up to try and disable this communications relay, and see if we can actually convince Cardin to come in willingly, or if we're going to actually have to put him down. I guess we'll find out. As I say, as always, feel free to leave a comment if you so wish, and hopefully I'll see you as we continue the series next time. Until then, though, take care. Bye-bye now.